So here we have the Citroen C1 1.2 Flare Airscape convertible on a 15 plate. I'm going to start off by showing you around the outside of the car, and then we'll hop in and run through some controls on the inside. But from the outside you can see it's a 5-door car with alloy wheels. Let's start off inside the boot and then work around the rest of the car from there. As we approach the back of the car, you'll see we have a 50-50 split folding rear seat and plenty of boot space as well, given the size of the car. Okay, so we're just going to work our way back round to the front, and then we'll hop in and run through some controls on the inside. But now that we've done a full circle of it, you can see that it's in lovely condition the whole way round. Just briefly before we climb in, I think it's well worth seeing the interior from this exterior point of view. These seats are in great condition. There's plenty to run through on the dashboard, so let's hop in and we'll do that right now. Okay, so now that we're inside the car, we're going to start with the dials. On the left hand side here we have the rev counter, we then have the speedometer, and in the middle you can see the total miles on this car are 19,898. Below that we have the fuel gauge. If we back out to the steering wheel, on the left hand side we have stereo controls, and on the right hand side we have the ability to answer and end phone calls. That is of course once you paired up your phone, and that is done on the touchscreen over in the centre here. Hit phone and then follow the instructions on screen by hitting yes, of course. In terms of music, there's plenty of ways to listen to your music in this car. We have FM, AM and DAB digital radio, USB input. We can stream music wirelessly via Bluetooth audio, so from your phone. And then we've got auxiliary input as well. Below that, we have the air conditioning. So temperature is adjustable with this dial. Fan speed on this middle one. Hit that button to turn the air conditioning on. So when that green light is on, the air conditioning is on. This dial will determine where within the car you'd like the air to be distributed. And then this slider will either bring in fresh air from outside the car or recirculate the air that's already in the car. Now that's a great way of heating it up or cooling it down quickly, depending on the temperature that you set, of course. Underneath that, we have a 12-volt charging socket, as well as the USB and auxiliary inputs that I mentioned a moment ago, and a 5-speed manual gearbox. So lastly, we have the roof. You can see at the moment it's closed. There's a button just up here. Give that a push, and that whole section will open up all the way to the back of the rear seat, which obviously lets in a huge amount of light and air as well. All that leaves me to say is thank you for taking the time to watch this video. If you'd like to come and see the car in person and have a test drive, please feel free to call any of our MJA sites. We'd love to hear from you soon.